All right, in this video I'm going to do some sample testing just to show you how our Capital Vending 24-volt validator tester works. This tester basically will work on Coinco Vantage and MEI Series 2000 24-volt validators. It's actually designed only to test pulse interface. In some cases these validators are also capable of MDB, so if you need to test for MDB you would need to buy a separate tester, but this is going to at least help you see that a majority of the validator is working for the pulse interface. So basically, here I have a Coinco Vantage validator. I have a 30 position connector, 2x15. This Vantage validator is capable of taking 1s, 5s, 10s, and 20s. The bills that you enable are done through the programming, not the dip switch settings. But in order to use our tester, in this case I have switches 1, 2, and 4 set to the on position. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll plug in the tester. So now I've kind of set the cord up here. Basically this is an orange LED that indicates I have 24 volts. That red LED on indicates that I have a 5-volt output from the validator. So if you don't get that red LED, that's a good indication of the control board of the bill validator. It's not working. With the Coinco validator, when it accepts and takes bills, this green LED will flash and this red LED here will come on. So I'm going to go ahead and insert a $5 bill. I have it set for 1 pulse per dollar. So with this $5 bill inserted, the green LED should blink 5 times. So while stacking, and then when everything is in good condition on the Coinco validator, the upper red LED will come off. So that's all that's involved in testing a Vantage 24-volt pulse validator. The next bill validator I'm testing, this is a Mars, a VN2502. I'm going to let you see how I have the dip switches set. In this case I have switches 3 and 8 are set to off. This bill validator is capable of taking 1s and 5s as long as an updated flash port. Bill validator, again, we're testing just the pulse interface. So I've set my dip switches. So now I'm going to come over to the other side. This control board is inserted. So after 20-second initiation, I have my orange LED that just indicates I have power. This red LED being on is good. That indicates I have a 5-volt output. So when I put money in, I'm going to expect this LED to blink 5 times. That's basically my pulse test. Alright, so here I'm going to do a quick test of the AE 2600 series validator. This is capable of taking 1s through 20s. So doing the testing here, I have dip switches 4, 5, 6, and 7 are set to the off position. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in my tester. So once the tester board is plugged in, there's typical 10 to 15 second initiation period. This orange LED just indicates you have power. This red LED indicates you have a 5-volt output from the control board, so that's always a good sign. If that doesn't come on, then the board in your validator would typically be bad. So when I insert money, the way this is set can be set for 1 or 4 pulses per dollar. So I expect this green LED to blink when it accepts a bill. So I just saw the 1 blink there. Additional troubleshooting that's nice with this control board, if I basically create a situation that the validator would be in failure, typically like if the bill box was out, the bill validator is going to go into a failure mode, and when it's in a known failure mode, that upper red LED will eventually come on. When removing this board, we recommend you gently grab it by this handle. You can move it up and down very gently and pull it out. Other tips to point that when this goes, this connector right here, you could kind of put this in upside down, which would appear very odd. So this, like all the little testers we make for the validators, it's going to go down this way. This yellow indicator right here is for 12 volts. Then we also have, if it's orange, that means it's for 24 volts, so you absolutely would not want to plug an orange one into your 12 volt validator.